back on, and let's go ahead and pull our wedge back out. The bridge is going to fall down into the cavity because I've loosened off a lot of tension on the strings, and you can't see what's going on up there, but what you need to focus on is right here, right now. If you notice, our strings are pretty darn loose, especially those boogers right there. We'll have to fix that in just a minute, but what I want to show you is the angle of the bridge. Let's see if I can pull this off just right. If you notice, look at the bridge and how it's setting back into the guitar. It's coming back, say, right there. If you notice, what we need to achieve is the bridge to ride flush, and that's it right there. We see the same amount of base plate, this being the base plate right here, from the front to the back. And to achieve that, what we need to do, and this is a trick that I learned many years ago from Tom Oatley when I first started working at Jackson and Charvel many moons ago. And what you take is this little stick, which is just a 3/16 inch dowel rod, and I wrap them in electrical tape to absorb a little pressure from the bridge that it's going to put on the body. So you don't want to dent the body for any reason, unless you're smashing the guitar, which I've been known to do over the years. This little booger right here, what you take and do is come up, raise the bridge to flush, just like you want it, like it's going to be when you're playing it. Wedge the dowel underneath the string lock screws and between the back end of the recess. So what you have looks just like that. From a different angle, it's just wedged just directly underneath, and it keeps the bridge perfectly flush with where we want it in a playing position. That way our intonation will be set perfectly whenever we get it tuned back up. Go ahead and pull the tremolo bar back out. What we want to do from this point, go ahead and flip the guitar over on its back. Let's look at the springs. Standard setup on these is a 3-spring done in the V shape with the one up the center. If you take and add more springs, naturally it's going to make the action a lot stiffer on the guitar, but if you add a higher gauge of string, 10s, 11s, you can usually get away with 3 springs on a set of 10s. Go to 11s and you're going to need to add a spring, because no matter what you do to change the configuration of the strings, you're still not going to have enough tension, and this claw will come all the way up. Once you have the proper tension, it's going to be all the way up against the body, which is not cool because it's stretching the springs out far too much. So if you're going to a heavier gauge of string, just simply add a spring. What you want to do is 9 times out of 10 is you'll run the extra spring, take this, instead of running it in a V shape, go ahead and run it to this point, add another spring right here, leave this one in a V shape, because more of your tension is going to be on the bass side than it is going to be on the treble side. If any of y'all smoke, go ahead and light up. I am. So from that point, let's go ahead and look back here. Flip her back over, and we're going to go ahead and tune it up to pitch. Sounds like we have a little bit of string buzz.